Numinati, are we live? Are we on air?
Yeah.
Internets.
Happy Ash Wednesdays, Christians. What's going on, y'all?
Combat.
What's up, internets?
Combat, does Ash Wednesday ever, like, you know, when you first see it go down, does it ever scare you a little bit?
You know, I used to be a Catholic schoolboy, man.
Okay, practicing.
Altar boy?
And I was an altar boy, actually, also.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
Wow. So you had to put ash on your forehead
On Wednesdays.
Okay.
But that shit was, I thought that shit
every
was...
Wednesday?
No, on this
On
particular
Ash
Ash Wednesday, opening up the season of Lent. And I just thought, you know, as a kid, that shit was some dumb, fun, you know, stupid shit to do. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever ring that when you were altar boy, that big bell that they had? It was like 16 bells in one.
No, I didn't ring the 16 bell joint. I used to ring the big joint every now and then for
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today, man?
I'm glad I'm alive, Combat, but I saw some people out this morning with the ash on their forehead, and every year I forget about Ash Wednesday.
Do you?
And I just think like the zombie takeover has begun.
You think it's like some ashen, like
I've never seen nobody with ash on their forehead smiling. Like everyone that when you look in their eye with people with ash on their forehead, they all look kind of sad, like they're dead. And I'm like, yo, the zombie shit has begun. and I just start getting crazy and getting ready to just start cutting niggas' heads off.
Yo, you just trying to get your zombie survival guide.
I'm serious.
No, I mean, I think
zombie proof my shit.
Zombie proof your shit, B.
He is right to a point, because I think growing up, when you realize that's Ash Wednesday, like he's saying,
you were Catholic, right?
Yeah, but I don't do that. But you automatically
didn't do that when you was a kid.
Well, when I didn't have to do it no more.
Ash Wednesday.
No, but after a while, you
Freeman had to put ash in his buttocks.
Yeah. Good Italian boy like yourself.
What I'm saying is, after a while, you forget that, you know, that shit, it's Ash Wednesday today, until you see someone right away. Your first thoughts, you want to tell them that they have something on their head,
right,
or their forehead. You know,
I knew a nigga had a birthmark on his forehead. That nigga had ash every day. Damn.
Yo, now what's the concept? I can't even remember, Pete, what the concept of ash is for. And this is no shots to any, you know, Catholics tuning in, you know what I'm saying, Illuminati and all that. But I'm just a little curious as to what that ritual is about, like the ash on the forehead.
Yeah, I mean, it has some kind of meaning.
Did Jesus put ash on his forehead? Like,
Combat, Jesus put pussy on his forehead.
Ooh.
Repeatedly,
right? I heard Jesus.
Good shit too.
According to some like his historical text,
fly shit.
He was into some fly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was swagged out.
Are we pissing off our Christian audience?
It might be.
I mean,
Christian audience, are we pissing y'all off?
Jesus wasn't allowed
talking
to have...
about Jesus' swag.
Jesus wasn't allowed to have pussy?
I mean, the son of God.
I gave up on you know.
Yo, if I was the son of God, B.
I mean, what does that business card look like? Son of God.
Son of God.
That shit got to be one of them business cards where you move it a little bit.
That shit is a hologram.
And it has like a hologram on it.
That shit is a hologram in fucking 2000. What is it, like 2 AD? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Dallas? What's going on, man?
Combat, man. Good to see you again, brother.
Likewise, man. It's a crazy week, man.
Crazy week already, man. I just saw you a couple of days ago, man.
A couple of days ago, man. Southpaw finale, man.
Wow.
Was ridiculous.
Wow. End of an era.
End of an era. Ben Hameen, how are you, man?
Great. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
How's everybody?
You know, just keeping it moving. It don't stop.
Hey, King. What's up, hey, King?
What up?
You had a little like stomach virus over the weekend, right?
You had the bubbles?
Yeah, I had.
You had the bubbles?
I had some Bondulu situation.
What you had? Some Bondulu broccoli and shrimp? Some fucked
Bondulu
up
beef, dude?
Some fucked up your stomach. Yeah, A King had a little stomach virus, but he looks to be over it.
Yeah, I'm
looks
good.
to have his color back.
I'm good.
You good?
I'm mad that I wasn't able to stay at the Southpaw.
Nah, don't be mad, dude.
But I heard it was nothing but pure greatness.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Dallas Penn, Combat Jack.
Matt Raz was up in the joint.
Yeah, I was there almost the entirety of the event. I didn't see King at all, so he must have.
I left around 7.
Razzie, did you shag something in the basement that night? Every time I saw you, Raz, you had a couple things on your arm, man. Like
we can't comment on this on the air.
Oh man,
Yo,
Razzie finger banged something that night.
The illest shit was when I saw Matt Raz building with Raz Kaz.
Yeah.
That was some crazy.
Yeah, that was like they was about to break the time space continuum with that.
Yeah, I was like Matt Raz Kaz, and you call that shit out.
Yeah, I was like, yo.
Yeah, I think he was confused though. I thought he was confused when we were meeting. Like I was like repeating his name but mumbling or something.
So he didn't
get that I was also
you were Matt Raz
name.
Raz Kaz, man. It was an incredible event.
Hip-hop.
I know initially I got to confess when I got signed on to do the interview with Southpaw, I was a little half-assed about it because I was like, it was a short period of time, and it was like they really didn't understand what we do here. So initially, some of the initial plans was like, well, we'll have this person from this other team do this, and that person from this other team do that, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull out.
Yeah.
Pause. Thank you, Peter.
Pause deputy on his ground.
And I thought about it like maybe like a week ago, and I was like, yo, if I pull out, man, that'll be some foul shit. And I speak so much against like flakiness right now, and cats not living up to their word. And shout out to Clarence, Josh who made this whole shit happen.
Yeah.
I felt that if I had, canceled out on him in the last moment, it just would have been some bad karma shit. So I was like, you know what? Let me just honor my word. And I was like,
power through it. I was
kind of like dragging my feet and shuffling. And then towards the days, I saw that was coming closer to the date, started promoting it, and that shit exceeded my wildest expectation, B.
I like the fact that you had called me up at around 3 in the afternoon.
Right.
And was like, yo, GP, I'm gonna be there around 5.
Right.
You still fucking with it?
Yeah, you still. I gotta be real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit you don't want to throw on people, and I believe like if you're gonna do some shit, you should do it 100%. And initially, I wasn't 100%, but damn, I feel so honored to be part of that whole shit. Be like, we interviewed Danny Castro.
Yes, Lyricist Lounge.
Lounge. Then we, re-interviewed Dave Chino, BYI.
Yes.
The whole graffiti
David Villarente.
scene. So this was like, some like training in terms of like having interviews on stage, since down the line, that's where we're going to go, having some live shows. And then we had, Artifacts. And Artifacts had that hit back in the day, and they definitely looked like they had some hard times.
They look like they had put miles on their machine.
It's like a lot of hard times. A lot of sleepless, tearful nights. That's how they looked.
They look like artists. They look like artists, weathered artists.
The hashtag struggle.
I got to tell you something though. I mean, salute Artifacts for being hip hop and being 40 years old.
40 years old with the big ass hashtag struggle on their
Yeah,
back.
I mean, listen. At least
have dreads.
At least also having the hashtag still alive.
Yeah, the hashtag was fucking glowing, B.
Because 40 years old in hip hop, that's your expiration.
But when they got on the mic though, and wrong side of the tracks came on.
Yeah, they murdered that.
They came alive, B. They ripped it. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to them.
That's a reunion for them too. I think they was.
They had joined. They reunited like recently.
Yeah.
About 2 years, I think they've been.
They had
Pace. Well, not Pace.
Tame One and
Elder Sensei.
Same shit.
So I was fucking up that interview a little.
No. I mean, you was in the pocket. You was in the pocket.
And then
you was in the pocket with that.
Jean Grey, B. Jean Grey came out.
And I tell you what, I like this interview with Jean Grey. It had a different energy than when we had her here.
Yo.
In PNC. Maybe she's a little more used to us.
Yeah, and her guards are down, and I kind of broke the ice because I asked the fellas in the audience. I said, fellas in the audience, how many of y'all got a crush on Jean Grey? And the whole crowd went, oh.
Yeah, there was a thirsty beginning to.
Then I was like, ladies, how many of y'all got a crush on Jean Grey? And the whole lady section went,
and it sounded louder. It was louder than the
man,
fellas.
she couldn't front on an intro like that.
Yeah.
So Jean Grey got on and introduced
and she
Pharaoh
said she would let us
Monch.
watch.
Huh?
Jean Grey was nice. She said, yo, we could just stand in the corner and watch.
And watch, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Jean Grey, I'm gonna hit you up for that later on, Jean Grey.
Pharaoh Monch came out.
Yes,
and
she brought out Monch.
Pharaoh Monch, and then back.
And then they went right into Master.
And Prince Poe you seen Prince Poe, like his partner from Organized Confusion.
Organized
was on stage.
Organized.
Prince Poe was in the house.
Organized.
So
like
initially that shit was real empty, and I was like, oh, this shit gonna be whack.
Yeah.
Like 2 cats sitting in the front while I'm doing the first interview. Second interview was like 5 cats.
Nah.
And then by the time Jean Grey started to gel,
it was filling out.
And then Master Ace, B.
Oh my lord.
Yo, internet's really, don't sleep on Master Ace, man.
For real.
Master Ace is
if he's performing somewhere, go there.
Just go.
Go there.
Your man is so professional.
Go there.
Your man has not missed a step.
You will get your money's worth.
Your man is he's focused because before he went on stage, Dallas kind of twisted his arm and was like, "Yo, you got to perform.
Born to roll.
Born to roll. You know, G-Bass nigga.
Like you don't have it. You don't have it in your repertoire tonight. But yo, honestly, that shit is the father of trunk music.
Trunk music.
And Master Ace. To his credit, kept it 1000 was like, wait a minute,
that's
LL's booming system.
Yeah.
Was the shit that really set niggas off.
Yeah.
And made us want to create that shit.
That trunk Jeep music.
That Jeep music. And I got to tell you something. Born to Roll still goes fucking hard in the paint.
Still. He killed that, when he did the symphony and brought out Craig G. It was game over.
Yeah.
It was game over, right?
And fucks with Craig G because Craig G, he's still that brother still want to rhyme. Craig G came into the cipher that took place when Doogius, the live band Doogius, played for a cipher.
Yeah, right after Ace,
God.
It was Stretch Armstrong and Rich.
No. Right after Ace was Doogius.
So Doogius started performing.
Doogius performed and played background for
and that's when
Cypher.
Razcast jumped out of the blue.
That's when Razcast came out. That's when Razcast
Matt Raz and Razcast.
Matt Raz, Razcast, a cipher. It was hip hop.
It was a cipher internet.
R.I.P.
It was like a combination. It felt like watching a movie, B. It felt like watching Wild Style meets 8 Mile.
I missed it.
That's how it felt, B. It felt like some old school shit, and then just some dirty fingernail. The best MCs on the
honestly,
planet.
Real talk, Combat. Extra dirty fingernail night.
Extra dirty fingernail with chicks though.
Yo,
Breezy the Kid night.
Extra Breezy the Kid.
Breezy.
Shout, you respect the shooter, but extra. Combat. My hand was scraped down.
Scraped up.
From giving dirty fingernail niggas.
You know what's really fucked up, B?
Like, dirty fingernail niggas that when they exit that pound
and they scratch
the whole skin of your hand off.
Yo, you know what's fucked up, B? I didn't get a chance to cut my nail on my index finger. So when I gave Rich Medina a pound, I felt my shit.
You know what? You're a hypocrite.
His shit off.
You're a hypocrite.
That was hip hop.
So I was one of them niggas.
You was
and when he was walking away, I seen Rich shake. My nigga Rich Medina, I'm sorry for scraping that epidermal layer off your
extra extra dirty fingernail niggas in the building, man. Hip hop though.
So the shit.
Where the fuck is Sav Kills gonna rhyme now?
Sav Kills, B.
SOBs, man. SOBs.
Where isn't Sav Kills gonna rhyme?
That's true. That's true. Sav Kills gonna get in wherever.
But check it though. Check it. Stretch Armstrong.
Yes.
Rich Medina.
DJ Eclipse.
And out of the blue, Greg Nice jumps out.
Yes. That was fucking nuts.
And Dwick.
That was nuts.
Ooh
that
la
was nuts.
La.
But Greg Nice rapped from the Southpaw floor, not from the stage.
No, he was on stage first.
But then he went down to the floor.
Then he jumped out on the floor on some real cinematic shit. And then that's when the weed started kicking in.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when is this shit gonna end? Not like on some this is some whack shit, but the energy wouldn't drop.
Right.
It felt like some rap Groundhog's Day shit.
Right. Because you need the energy to come down for you to eventually.
Yeah. I must have gave niggas like 30 pounds. Like, yo, I'm out. And then the shit kept popping.
Yeah.
So we kind of left like around 1:32.
Nah. We left after 2.
After 2. I heard the shit went on till 4.
Damn.
4. Yo, R.I.P. Southpaw. That was one of the most incredible events I had seen in a long time. And to be part of that shit, man, that shit was crazy, man. That shit was crazy. So what are we doing tonight, man? We got EPMD.
Yeah,
legendary.
EPMD coming in here tonight.
In the house. One thing I want to discuss, and I kind of need your help too, A-King. Dallas has been telling me, he's been in my ear saying that, we give these great interviews, but I haven't yet put my finger on how to end them. How do you end? I'm still new to this shit. How do you end an interview without being a douche and be like, all right, thank you, man, be out?
You know what? I'm gonna say
what's the science behind it?
I'm gonna say some shit, and this is the listeners. I know it's wild because they're listening to us.
Do you agree?
Say some shit.
Giving this type of information, but
do you agree?
Yeah, I do. I think what
you
happens
think we just keep running on and on and on,
right? And I think at some point you want to kind of give them something to expect, later. So you break it up. Kind of keep the suspense.
But I mean,
you say, "Oh, when we come back, we're gonna find out." you know, what happened with Eric Sermon and blah blah blah.
Oh, the breaks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely agree with breaks. I think.
Are we gonna find out, King?
I think he's talking about.
I'm not talking about the breaks. I'm talking about the
breaks. I'm talking about overall.
How do you put the punctuation on the?
Because I don't want to hear "It's the Real" for 3 hours. No offense, it's the real.
You said you don't want to hear "It's the Real"?
I mean, listen, they're good. They're good boys.
Yo, hold on a second. Listen, we can't say shit bad about "It's the Real."
No,
on
I never
the
said
air.
"It's the Real." It's been very, very good.
We can't say bad shit about "It's the Real" on the air. Okay?
It's the Real.
These
Salute.
motherfuckers will close the door on a motherfucker.
Exactly.
No.
Premier Pete, you're gonna always have your white privilege.
Well, I'm not Jewish,
but they will close the door on me.
Or on me.
Yeah.
Well,
So don't say shit about "It's the Real" sideways.
Exactly. We love you. It's the Real.
While we webcasting.
I mean, we the last show. You know,
When we turn the mic off, we could tell them niggas to suck it.
So, like, you know, 10 minutes before the closing, that's when we should be really winding down and closing, closing up
going like small talk and like.
Yeah, and you know what he does, and he did it in Southpaw. He did it with Danny Castro. He said, one last question. He asked him some shit. Danny answered it. That was like 6 minutes, right?
Yeah.
He said, one more last question.
Yeah.
Who you feeling right now in the game? And I'm like, damn, we on our fourth last question.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
I tell you,
so
truth,
just
Like,
one
more question. How's your wife and kids?
Yeah.
just one last question. Is that what it is?
Nah.
But what if that other question pops out and you try to dig the meat out the claw? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do that, and then when you do that, Dallas is like, this
Well,
nigga.
honestly, you're never gonna feel like you asked every single question.
No,
you're gonna go home the next day when you're scratching your head, and you're gonna think like, yo, like I should have asked this, I should have asked
Actually,
that.
I haven't felt like that. It's been very.
Well,
rare
I'm
that I've gotten
surprised
home.
that you haven't felt because
No. Combat should never feel like that because Combat asks every
he does.
fucking question.
He hasn't said at 7.
That's why it doesn't feel like that. He asked every question.
He has us here at 7 in the morning. I mean, listen, podcast, 9-hour podcast. I mean, listen, it be like that sometimes. But honestly, for me, I commend you because I really wouldn't know how to close it either. Because you feel like you want to ask this question, you want to ask that. Time flies, and you only have a certain amount of time. And you don't know when they'll be back.
One thing is certain, though. A lot of these guests, like let's say Torre, Elliot Wilson, those guys.
Which Torre?
The white Torre. The white Torre. One of the things is that they want to come back. You know what I mean? So there's a door open for part 2. There's a door open for the next. You know what I'm saying? So
well, here they are. Here are our legendary guests.
Yeah.
Internets.
Get some drops. We got.
Shit, I just got starstruck.
Yeah,
what the fuck I was going to say.
Stay on target.
You're tuned into the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn.
Stay on
About
target.
to go to a musical break. www.pnc.fm. In the house.
PNC Radio.
PNC Radio. .fm.
F your radio.
My wife told me to stop saying
radio.
bitch on air.
Blow. Just
And I'm going to honor that.
Change it to blow.
I'm going to honor that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to definitely honor that. Let's go. Yeah, Rock Digger was right on point. Like she cut to the point. Like her drop was like boom.
She got right to it.
Just a matter of fact.
Gets right to it.
No elaboration. No, she just boom.
Gets right to it.
Yeah, man. So let's get to this news, man. Internets, you know what we do. South section of the news. Matt Raz with the news.
First up, we got an update actually from a story earlier this year. About 6 weeks ago, we talked about Patrick Oloco and his son, the promoters that were supposed to throw that New Year's Eve Nas show
in Africa.
In Angola.
In Angola.
So 49 days later, they're finally returning home. I guess Nas returned the $300,000 that he owed that was helping with the release. Which, first of all, he's a G for getting it all up front, though. Like,
he got it up front, $300 up front.
Yeah, all the show money and all the travel. So they're saying, I guess, $75,000 was still owed for various travel expenses, and that's why they're being held by gunmen for that whole 49-day period.
Wait, they were held for 49 days?
Right. They tried to flee with the help of the embassy. Their driver actually, on the way there, kind of just stopped, dropped them off in some type of like a parking lot situation where there were a bunch of gunmen.
Right.
And I mean, it was a wrap, but they didn't really have the means to defend themselves there.
The last time we talked about this news item, I think I mentioned that was some foul shit, on Nas's behalf. But when you really think about it, man, that wife support, that alimony, B. He got to get the alimony, man.
I'm just saying that
Police came up, B.
It's lucky that them cats didn't get arm cut off or nothing. I mean,
finger.
Africa.
Angola, B.
They will cut you to the nub.
Or the burning tire, B. Oh, that's Haiti.
That's Haiti.
Yeah. So they got returned safely.
Yeah, they're back safely. I guess the wife of the father says she doesn't want him promoting any more concerts at all.
So he's out of the game.
I mean, that's what she wants. We'll see.
So is Nas going back to Africa again? That's the question.
I mean,
does Africa want Nas back in Angola?
It seems like they would want him more than ever. I mean, he's not even coming back. He didn't make it the first time.
Yo, Nas, man, come on, man. Belly up, man. Go to Africa, B. What's next on the news?
Next up, we got some local news. New York City, the new proposed homeless eligibility policy is being critiqued by City Council. It was a new ruling that would say single homeless adults would have to prove that they have exhausted all other options before going to homeless shelters. So
you have to have papers now to be homeless.
Right. You need to have, I don't know exactly how it works, whether it's, I assume part of it is letters from various landlords saying that you can't live there. I guess documentation that you have no money, things like that.
So you have to have papers to prove that you're homeless right now.
Right. You have to have a whole briefcase full of files and
shit is really getting scary, man. I read an article in today's New York Times about how the Supreme Court is about to review once again the validity of affirmative action with regard to college admissions. And because we have a very conservative...
What's that have to do with homeless people?
Well, I'm just saying how scary it's becoming, B. Think about it, man. It's going to be very difficult for a lot of people of color to get higher education.
Listen, I'm thinking about taking homeless people and putting them up inside fucking Yankee Stadium in the off-season. I mean, think about this. 162 games is the baseball season. Only 81 are played at Yankee Stadium. And for those 81 games, how long are they there for? 5 hours? 5 hours for a game? I mean, if we think about all the off time this building is not being used, homeless people...
That could house homeless
people could be up in there.
You got any connections with Yankee Stadium?
No, they kicked me out one time. They almost arrested me one time for filming in there.
For filming in there? You can't film in Yankee Stadium?
No. Unless you're part of MLB.
It's a Mets fan anyway.
Yo, man, the homeless be so it's really about to get some apartheid shit with the homeless.
I mean, listen, soil and green is people.
Man, you already know. You can see the times though, man. It's all about the green. It's economic warfare going on. It's just fucked up, man. I say it all the time, man. Get your shit together, man. I mean, you got to have some compassion for the people that don't have it. But yo, man, having to have papers now is some crazy shit, B. Crazy shit.
Show me your papers.
I guess they're not going to be online to get the FOAMPOSITES, huh? What's next?
That's actually what's up next. We got the Galaxy Foams coming out this week.
Yes.
Friday.
Our resident sneaker fiend, Dallas Penn. With more.
Yeah. Thursday night into Friday morning. It's going to be crazy all around the city. 21 Mercer, House of Hoops, Harlem, 34th Street, Foot Locker, 34th Street, Foot Action. Just everywhere. Just going to be carnage. Premier Pete and I have decided that there'll be 4 deaths in New York City.
4 deaths behind these FOAMPOSITEs.
4 deaths, but 13 stabbings. 13 stabbings.
Yo, what is so crazy about these FOAMPOSITEs right here? With these
First of all, let's understand what Nike does. Period. Nike went and took rubber out of a shoe, out of the sole of a shoe, and put air in that bitch. All right. They took rubber and replaced it with nothing and charged you more. Then they said, you know what, we're going to show you that there's nothing here. We're going to actually give you a window so you can see. That used to be rubber there.
You're just buying space.
You're buying nothing. And you're paying more for that. They freaked it. So Nike they up to their freaky bullshit.
But what's so crazy about these Galaxies, B?
Because we're moving further and further towards the future. There's going to be a day, Combat, when we open up a box of Nike Air. Inside that box is nothing.
It's gas mask, right?
But air. Just air. All right? Nike is going to sell niggas air.
Now, are you getting a pair?
I'll be scrambling all around tomorrow night into Friday morning. Yeah, trying to get a pair.
You got the thirst.
Oh, I'm a sneaker fiend.
And these are is it the glow in the dark sole?
Glow in the dark sole. It's also
like the Silver Surfer
it's a sneaker made out of styrofoam.
Styrofoam. Now tell me the science behind that, B.
Again, it's more freaky bullshit. Styrofoam.
So that means that it's extra light?
No,
tell me the science.
It's a sneaker made out of styrofoam. That's just some freaky shit.
So are they more durable?
Yeah, they're more. They listen. No.
And how much are they retailing for, man?
Sneakers. After 6 months of wearing them,
them shits will look like trash, right?
Yeah, they're garbage. They hurt your feet. Hurt. You know, you gotta. You know, there's fucking sneakers.
And how much are they retailing for?
$220 on the box. Damn.
Wow.
$240 after you done paid that tax.
Wow, there's gonna be a lot of homeless people after this weekend, B.
Man,
motherfuckers ain't paying their rent.
People, listen, I'm ready to let my phone get cut off. All right? T-Mobile, you know when T-Mobile sends you that text?
Yeah.
And fuck you, T-Mobile, for calling me from a 516 number. T1 called me from some 516 number. I thought that was family or something like that. You thought it was a cousin? Yeah, and I fucking... fucking Premium Pete is running his mouth.
Yo,
over
Premium,
here.
What are you doing, man?
Shut the fuck up.
Come on, Premium. Come on.
All right. No, but I'm going crazy for these sneakers. But you know what? I'm going even crazier for the Hit Squad reunion Friday. I want to wear my Foamposites.
Are you going to? You going to wear them?
Of course.
At the Best Buy.
Of course. Them shit's going to go in the dark.
There's going to be a lot of dudes with Timbs on, B.
I mean, fisherman hats.
Lace up your boots.
Fisherman hats.
Lace up your boots. You're gonna expose the galaxies.
Jackets.
You're gonna expose the galaxies.
First of all, when I first heard EPMD, when I first heard them dudes, that music makes you want to dance. That music makes you want to fucking do an ill move, maybe even a spin, but then look at somebody hard.
You wanted to dance when you heard.
You want to dance, but you still want to fight.
Oh yeah. You want to dance, fight.
Dance.
You want to fight, dance.
Like dance, fight,
and dance again, and fight some more.
Punch a bitch in the head.
Yo, Matt, thanks for the news, man. Is that it with the items?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're not going to get into this 31-year-old woman that only eats pizza for her entire life.
Nah, that's kind of boring. That sounds kind of boring.
She's going to die soon. That's the end of the story, basically.
I can't believe she doesn't mix that pizza with some cock at some point.
Dallas Penn, you are out of here. Listen, internets. Thanks, Matt Raz.
Oh, man.
Can we get that little, can we get the NBC news, the news tune one more time, Ben Hameen? Before we jump into the...
still swagger jacking that NBC News chime.
There you go.
Robbery.
You know, I've been talking about this shit all week. And personally, I'm still in awe that these brothers are in the studio right now and sitting across from us. Without further ado, internets, I introduce to the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn, EPMD. What's up, gentlemen?
Yo, everything good? What up?
Yo, man, how y'all feeling, man?
Yo, feeling good. We just coming from the rehearsal.
Yeah.
They kicked my ass, as y'all can see.
Kicked your ass?
Oh my God. Yeah, because we're doing a different type set. Like, we're doing a lot of songs that we don't normally do that, you know, fans
5 hours
hear.
worth of work is...
Yeah.
So y'all had to go through, like material and then, like...
lyrics, go through
staging and the whole nine?
Staging, yeah.
So what do y'all have in store for the audience on Friday, man?
Which one of y'all going to be dancing?
No dancing.
No dancing?
It's just going to be microphones getting wrecked.
All right.
Okay. Now...
Backup dancers?
No.
EPMD always has some fly niggas dancing.
Y'all ain't pull out Steezo? No Steezo?
Yo, right?
No Steezo, B?
It'll be hot to see Steezo. You guys are chill.
Yo, what?
That might be hot.
Steezo come out. Steezo.
Yeah.
Steezo, if you
can you imagine?
tuned in. That'd be crazy, man. Yo, it's such an honor, man. A lot of people came out in the studio tonight, man, because you got a lot of fans. And I could definitely tell you, man, like coming up, like yo, we're definitely one of like my top 5, top 10 groups that I had to have in rotation 24/7, man.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel, man? How's life, man?
Yo, life is good because we doing us.
Good.
You know, we super independent, blazing our own trail.
Good.
Eric's been on it for like the last couple years.
Good. Now a lot of people don't know, man, that Eric, you started out as a dancer. Am I right or wrong?
No, I was a pop-along kid in my hood, like as far as in breakdancing, you know, but that was just something small. That was
so you didn't have no start as a dancer in somebody else's somebody else's video.
That was my hood. I was just me in the hood, pop-along kid in the hood.
And Paris, you were a DJ, am I right?
Yeah.
Doing a lot of parties and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
How did y'all meet, man?
Well, I moved to Paris's neighborhood. My grandmother lived over there. Like my mother had moved from the other side of Brentwood to his side of Brentwood, and we met at the bus stop. When I got there, I took his bus. That was it.
And y'all started talking about sports.
I was already DJing and doing stuff and moving around. And Eric basically came from the town where hip hop was really hot with the popping, the breaking, and the DJs and everything. So at the bus stop or in school, you know, during lunch breaks, or while we beating on the lunchroom table, Eric used to have like some serious stories because he came from the neighborhood that had the best rappers.
Now, were these rappers that we would know of, or these were just
like
local?
Biz Markie was one of them.
Biz Markie.
You know what I mean? Solo back there, like all of these. You know, but they
was that CI?
No, Solo was from CI, but Bismarck was from like Brentwood, and Regis Park was like kind of like the mecca of where the dope DJs, breakers, and MCs came from.
So you had already had contact with like these cats. So
when I was 12 years old, like when I came to Paris, I came to him with the story of Bernard Getz and Jane. So Jane 1 was a story I rapped for Parrish, and Parrish thought Jane was dope, so he took it around to his friends. And then when we heard Red Alert, some songs came on that wasn't good. And we thought we could make it too. So we went to the studio.
You was fucking with Jane when you was 12 years old?
So Jane was before the group was...
Yeah, a story I had when I was 12.
Now, I wanted to ask you as we moved on, but you just touched on it, man. Tell us about the origin of Jane. Like, who is Jane, man?
There's nothing. It's the story that was written. You know, there was one of the stories I wrote about Bernard Getz and whoever Jane was at the time is what I wrote.
So so you had so these are two different stories or one story?
Two different stories.
Now what's the story about Bernard Getz?
No, like the day after, like everything that happened in the news event.
Right.
You know, when we get to the bus stop the next morning, Eric will have a whole story written about it and remembered.
Okay.
So I wrote about Bernard Getz and the train when he shot them people.
But it was a real story. It was crazy.
Yeah. Now Bernard. Like I always wanted to know who the fuck was Jane, because the shit that was magical. The shit that was magical about every EPMD album was the Jane songs. Yeah. Like the Jane songs was unprecedented. It wasn't like it was a skit. It wasn't like they was full songs, but they was just pieces to this puzzle. And to me, my favorite Jane was the Who Killed Jane?
Paris,
Who killed Jane? Who killed Jane?
Yeah, not the squad. Yo, we've been framed.
So we got any new Jane material that we can look forward to, or is she dead? Is she coming back from
he's at every show. She gonna be there on Friday.
She'll be there Friday. You can't
with the Whitney Youth. Rest in peace, Whitney Youth.
Yo, the Whitney Youth need a haircut like you need a Baker.
That shit is crazy,
I'll take her.
Listen, tell me about your parents, man, because you guys came into the game with so much creativity. You know what I'm saying? You guys had so many influences that you could tell were present in your music. Tell us about your upbringing and your family, and you know the type of households y'all grew up in.
Well, like he always tell me, I kind of grew up in a militant background. My pops, you know, being from Brooklyn, Marcy, and my mom's being from Brooklyn. So, you know, we was always around music, but there's 7 of us. I got seven brothers and sisters.
Now, what number are you?
Number 4.
Number 4, okay. So you like the middle child.
I'm the one who seen the first 3 and knew, okay.
So you had to make a way for yourself.
There's no question.
Did you get blamed for like shit that went down in the house?
Yo, well, whatever. It
was
was like protocol, so it was passed down. So my older brother caught it, then my sister catch it. My sister catch it, she handed it down, and then so on. That's the way it went. And nothing ever rode. Like if something went down that night when you got home from school, it was still on.
Right. And so, and there was a lot of music in your house, man, or?
Yeah, definitely a lot of music.
And your pops, was he really active in politics, or he just was really trying to?
No, my father was like kind of like a street guy, like serious guy. Just just from Brooklyn,
right?
You know, so that mentality. But
it was a tight family unit.
Yeah, definitely. We all tight. My mother and father always say like we don't need friends because there's so many of us.
Wow.
You know, my brother's right there. It's crazy. Yeah. So
well, that's crazy. And your family, man, Eric. Tell us about
my music was just something that my father played albums on top of albums on top of albums. I knew every record. Like when I did that Marvin Gaye record, Midnight Love, I knew that album when I was 12 years old. I keep saying I was 12, but I knew that album backwards. When Marvin died, I was in the room. My mother and my sisters came across the screen at April 1st. Thought it was April Fool's Day that Marvin had died.
Right.
But, you know, I knew every record.
Now, was your father into music, or he just had a...
Yeah, he sang when he was young. He from Florida. He used to be in a group. I found out that he was in a singing group.
What was the name of the group, man?
I have no idea.
Oh, word?
And nice with basketball. Like his father's family was nice with basketball.
So y'all coming from this suburban setting.
It's suburban setting for certain people, but like I said before, we got busy with the best of them.
I'm sorry to cut you off, E. Let me clear up something for Combat. Long Island, when you talk about Brentwood and neighboring neighborhoods like Wyandanch, like Central
Amityville.
Islip.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
First of all, real talk. Like, those motherfuckers out there know how to shoot straight. Cats in the city, cats just don't know how to hit nothing.
See, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But like there was always this allure about all this sound, this movement coming out of Long Island.
Look at the rappers.
It was rappers.
Don't forget, Rakim is from Long Island.
Rakim.
EPMD from Long Island.
De La
Public Enemy
Soul,
from Long
Public
Island. De La Soul from Long Island. When you can't put rap out there and not talk about LA. No,
But,
ain't gonna work.
But what was it about the environment?
Because y'all was raining.
Right.
Like
He was trying to just keep up with y'all.
So y'all was on the come up, basically.
Right.
It was like, ooh, them niggas on red alert,
Right.
and they sound kind of trash, and we already got.
We here. We only on national radio.
Some of the that's what I'm saying.
But the best of the best was coming from Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens. So we tried. We had to work 20 times harder.
So at what point did y'all decide to put this group together, EPMD?
Well, Paris was playing football. You know, Paris played college football, quarterback and kicker for in college. So we skipped 1 year because EPMD probably came out in '86, but we skipped that year. And then '87, November, the single came out. But we knew that we was going to be able to, if we got in, we was going to make some noise because of what we heard on Red Alert. It wasn't right.
Y'all weren't even listening to BLS at the time? I mean...
Oh, yeah, Mr. Magic?
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Magic, Rap Attack, and, you know.
Red Alert was playing that night.
Right.
Red Alert was hard, though.
How'd y'all come up with the name?
Everybody want to make money. Eric and Paris making dollars.
Their name in it, you know.
Now, and what gave y'all the audacity? If you really look back, man, y'all are like groundbreaking and being the rappers that really use your real name.
Yeah.
Like a lot of rappers, you know, to this day. I mean, now you have more rappers running around with their government name. But what gave y'all the gumption to call yourselves your real name?
Why wouldn't you? We ain't about no.
You know, but you know, you have Run, you had Chuck D.
I wouldn't like that.
You know what I'm saying? You had Grandmaster A, B, and C. And then you gonna be like
Chuck uses his real name is Chuck.
Yeah, but Chuck D is still. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could have been like E Dub. You know what I'm saying? Well, E Dub, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Eric Sermon and Paris Smith making dollars.
That we did.
And were y'all inspired by Run DMC in terms of like,
of course, that's everything.
Yeah,
everything was Run DMC.
You know, but also Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick. As the music came, we was listening, and then Rakim was like two towns away from us.
Rakim was the reason why I really rap.
You know?
Like he inspired you. Yes. Like he was the one that was like, you know what, he's doing it, and he's taking it to the next level.
Because the slow flow he had,
right?
I had the same thing, you know. So the flow that he had, I really was getting serious when I heard him.
The thing I loved about EPMD Combat was that I think of Video Music Box and how their videos were so groundbreaking because it wasn't just simply performance, but it was like it was in locales. Like I mean, they did a video inside a cooler. You know, you got to chill. I mean, so what you saying? I mean, everywhere they went to shoot,
there was a theme. It was thematic.
It was cinematic. It was cinematic. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, these guys are you know, they're not much older than me. They're not older than me. I might be older than them. But they were thinking outside of just simply performance. They were actually thinking of the cinema and translating their sound to cinema. And also, honestly, they had some guns in their videos.
They had some guns. They had some guns in the video.
Like nobody had those kind of guns out.
Was y'all gun collectors? Because y'all really kept it with
Long
the gun
Island.
talk.
Long Island
back in the,
we were shooting like, and you see the video, Big Payback. Like Eazy-E and them came with their weapons. We was in LA, so we had to shoot what they had in the range, though. But you know, they came with their guns. You know, Paris is a you know,
guns and ammo. You subscribe to that magazine?
Like, pro marksman, you know, certificate.
So you go to the range, man, or you was going to the range? You still go to the range?
It's something you did. Long Island is again. You know, when he's about
y'all had resources. It wasn't like y'all was out.
And then once we was in, then everybody comes.
When you see people turn their guns sideways, you can't hit nobody like that.
You can't.
That's a slang.
You're not a gunman with the shit sideways.
That's how you get shot.
Shooters or fake shooters. You hear
never
that?
Hit nobody like that.
Yo,
you grip your pistol like how you grip it, and you shoot. And you shoot down, boom, hit the hard. However you want to hit it, whatever. I don't care who out there. Anybody fuck around with me, you finish. This is how you do that.
Yo, you talked about college, and one of the records, It Wasn't Me, was The Fame. Whatever happened to Terry Romanello, man?
Yo, Terry, wow, that's crazy. Terry's married. She's still up in Connecticut. Still in tune to us. You know, she still follow EPMD.
I think one of the dope things that y'all did in your music was for cats that we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? for a new group that we didn't know, y'all really and simply took us into your world. You know what I'm saying? So we knew you went to SCSU. You know what I'm saying?
The life was there.
We knew everything that y'all did because y'all did it so seamlessly. And once again, y'all were these suburban kids, but y'all was nice with the with the gun talk and the slang. You know what I mean?
Because like Rakim said, it ain't where you from, is where you at.
That's where you at.
I didn't care what where we was roaming at.
Right.
I didn't give a fuck about what city I was in. Wherever that bitch was at, I was going. Yo, when I first saw the Apollo, from Long Island, I went to Apollo. I called everybody that, it's black people everywhere. I wilded out. Couldn't believe it. I stepped on the corner of the Apollo. I was there till 5 a.m. bugging out.
Just wilding out.
Black people,
Yeah.
like, look at all these black people.
Because where y'all were coming up was more racially mixed, right?
It was mixed.
Yeah, it was like melting pot.
How did y'all really become the pioneers of like sampling funk and rock and R&B? Because around that time, everything or 90% of what you heard was James Brown.
Yeah, we just again like Paris. We was building Paris's car. That demo record.
definitely.
So now y'all build cars too.
We built that car.
That's how we went and got our contract.
Yeah. We built the car and then we drove that car.
And the shit broke down.
Right, broke down.
And
Right.
pull over, repaired right there.
But we built that car. Stripped
We
it.
built it, so we know.
What was the base? Was it the IROC?
68 Camaro.
No, 68
Camaro. See,
with the 350 engine.
Okay, that's
4-barrel.
now a Camaro is the expensive IROC. Only they did.
Well now
68 Camaro, old school car.
the classic,
The classic. We built one.
just from scratch. We
Y'all
took
still
the engine
fuck
out of
around
another car.
and build cars.
Nah.
But we still know how to
We
work
needed
with
a car
it.
to get out to Manhattan. We drove that one there though.
Yo, check this out, B. What if y'all
Prime black?
still started building cars and putting out the EPMD line? Just think about that shit, B. Y'all know how much money y'all can make with like some crazy ass collectors buying some handmade cars by EPMD. Sit on that, man. I'm telling you, man. That's some shit right
A
there.
lot of work.
But getting back to the music, man.
No, that's what being from Brentwood. The fact that you had that in the household, like Paris,
Eric Clapton,
like Paris, we was. He had a cassette tape of Roddy Troutman Zap. He said, "E, check this out." And the more bounce came on, my yo, that shit. We got to rap off of that. That's just like that. Whatever came in there, whatever we had it. We knew what. ZZ Top is you a customer. You would never know that.
Yeah.
Because all you hear is the boom boom, but it had the guitar in it. And ZZ Top is a rock group. But we took the tape to the hood said, yo, take the guitars out. And now but it came from a rock group. We used David Bowie, we used, Eric Clapton, we used, whatever there was. We was always mixed up. We was mixed up because we was come from a different background.
Basil riding high.
When lawsuits came into the game for sampling, did that?
Yeah, we still didn't get hit hard.
No,
Eric
we was
Clapton wanted
okay.
10 G's, Roger wanted 10 G's.
because it was still relatively new.
It was new.
And the sampling was still relatively new, and the cats weren't beasting and wilding out.
No, they got Biz caught the worst in '91.
Yeah, I remember that.
He caught it the worst.
But that's only because they told him not to use the sample and he used it.
Yeah.
Right. And now, Eric, man. So already y'all are doing shit that nobody's doing. And if you spoke to somebody that was an expert at the time, 9 out of 10 they would have said y'all are crazy. Saying y'all from Long Island, y'all sampling funk and rock, right? And then the lisp, who fucking told you that you could rap with a lisp? B?
Parish.
He crazy.
Were you insecure about the lisp, or?
Nah, I knew I had a list. That's the way I talk. I just knew that was
But
funky.
no, I mean, Cool G
The
rap.
flow is the flow. Period. Like except for when Rakim rhymed, he made it cool that I know I can get down. I came in the door. That's why I was nicking that patty whack, give a dog a bone. Yo,
He
That's
can't
how
be
we
stopped with
watched
the
it.
list. He has green eyes. Calm
the
down.
rock did it. now the list came like Clark Kent was in the studio with Puffy and Mace, and Puffy said, Mace, listen, you got a Eric Sermon.
Yeah, you got an Eric Sermon.
Biggie Smalls told me to my face, yo. This is what in the last article, Biggie Smalls said, yo, the dude who I want to be like is Eric Sermon in Rap Pages. His last article before he died.
And in context to what?
As far as how I was doing things.
Right.
He just thought, the way I got down is what he wanted to do. He was at my Hit and Switches video. He did not leave. Puffy shot my video. Him and Hype Williams. Biggie was at every scene.
I mean, that's not surprising because you inspired a whole generation of cats. Now,
Yeah, but people that don't know that the greatest rapper alive was seeing what I was doing.
right, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Big was a student too. Word.
And-
Like us to run.
Now I remember, like I read something that said that, like it was mind-boggling. Is I remember reading how y'all were fans of rap, like as I still am a fan of rap,
Right.
And y'all was buying Run DMC records.
First, we with the Manhattan
That was crazy.
To get Run DMC records. And like,
don't forget, EPMD. If Paris didn't have a job,
and what was that
had no
job?
demos.
What was that
Bakery.
What's that?
Intimate's Bakery.
They have
Intimate's
like
Bakery.
you know, like in the hood,
Yeah.
you have like either Pilgrim State or the bakery. So everybody in the summertime would work there, or you have a full time.
So you were still making donuts?
No, I was making icing, I think.
Okay.
At the time, before I went out on comp.
You went icing. You was doing icing?
I was in icing.
You
Yeah.
was doing icing
when
detail?
you eat the Intimate's Bakery cake, that's Paris Smith.
forget it.
No matter what. So when you see it, and again,
Hold on, you was doing the icing for the fudge ice golden cake?
Nah, for the yo, he crazy. Yo, no, what is it called? Oh man.
not the Louisiana crunch cake.
Yeah, there you go.
You was? That's the thing
I was back there eating it.
That's the only one I can trust.
Yo,
then.
when
All right.
you're there, they let you eat it all for free. That's cool for the first 2
Right.
weeks, but then after that, you're like, yo, you want no parts of that cake.
Yeah.
So we took that money.
Yeah, we took that.
So that's
Flipped
why I
that,
built the car,
flipped and bounced, and built the car, drove the car to Manhattan.
But that was his college money. But that's how much
Flip that,
belief
popped
he
in,
had.
though.
He
So you-
believed. Paris was like, yo, listen, I'm telling you right now, people. But he's like, yo, I got this kid named Eric Sermon. I'm about to win. Like, but this is what he knew. Like, I came from the hood.
So it wasn't a reality to you. It was just some hood shit.
Right? No. But he didn't. Paris didn't rhyme. I was the one rhyming. He didn't rhyme.
So you was gonna be his manager?
No.
I was just chilling.
When I came, then he knew how to rhyme, but he wasn't rhyming, and he was the DJ.
Right.
So, but then when he saw that I was here, he's like, you know what? We're making a group.
Now, what inspired you, Parrish, to start rhyming?
Well, hip hop. I've been, around
Yeah.
hip hop with my brother James, Bambaataa and all of these guys since I was small. I used to see these guys from Wild Style, like Rodney seeing them. These guys used to come out and do block parties. So when I would see the way these guys rap and how they got down, hip hop was it. It was like, when the breakers breaking, you remember you used to get excited when the dudes used to pop and they used to have the Roxys from Central Islip. They had like, I forgot the name of that pop group.
Everybody came to our hood, though.
So, everybody would come through.
Red
We had
Alert.
this place called YMCA.
That was Paris's friend. They all came through to Brentwood.
And this was before hip hop, before Planet Rock.
Wild
and all
Style,
that
the
stuff.
movie, came to his
Yo.
block.
Yo, we had the soundtrack.
To do what?
plays.
To do what?
They was Paris's friends.
promoting
Promoting
the
a
movie.
block party or whatever.
Right.
So then from there, once I would see it and all the music, then when it was our turn and we came up, I told you it used to be hectic over there, but then when E come around, it used to just be bugged. And Eric really just had this rhyming. He wasn't just rhyming. Looking back at it, he had like 7, 8 verses, and he was like really serious about it. So because he was serious about it, then I got serious.
And the
about
reason
it.
why EPMD was so dangerous at the time, because we battled each other. If Paris had a rhyme, I was like, damn, this is crazy.
That makes a lot of sense because y'all I can't put my finger on it, but when y'all listen to your records, it's not like any other rap duo in terms of like I'll say my rhyme and then you say your rhyme. It's like y'all almost having like a conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all keeping
Charlotte.
y'all are having like a
It's
tennis
funny
match.
that Jack said that everybody tells us that we don't rhyme, we talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's crazy.
It was some effortless shit
Yeah.
that was entertaining and it was art, but at the same time, y'all are having a conversation.
That's crazy, right?
And that's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
that's kind of been, not necessarily my gripe, but that's why I place y'all at the top. Because, even like most of the other rap groups, and this is not taking anything away from any other rap
Right.
group, but you rarely hear two talented MCs having that conversation on a dope beat. Now, my super producer A King has hit me with the music.
With the music break. But Conway, just to piggyback,
because I want
this
to
last question before the break.
Artfully end.
Well, we'll get right into the music break. But this question, this is something that the internet has been bugging me about.
Okay.
When we talk about rhyming, when I listen to the song Rampage, Parrish murders his verse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
LL Cool J comes on that bitch and obliterates it.
Yeah, he does.
And then E, you give him a pass.
Yeah.
You let him skate. E.
No, because the reason why I was sick that day. See, when that record, I wasn't even there for that record.
Okay.
See, that
You let him skate. E.
No, but that.
E, how could you let him skate? E?
On your record.
No, Paris already had him already though.
No, Parrish.
Yeah.
Parrish definitely
Yeah, I'm ready.
versus a 10. LL's verse was a 10A, and I'm like, okay, so E is gonna, at least a dart.
But even Leo told me he didn't like my verse. Like I knew it. I was sick. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
We need Rampage Part 2. E. We need you to put L in his place.
Let me talk. I can't get into a vibe on a song that I'm not there on.
Right.
I'm not in the room with them.
Right, because it was me and L. We went in
I'm in the room
first.
with them. Of course, I can get the vibe that they had.
Yes.
I'm home sick, and that verse, I'm sick on that record. Like Leo, like don't put that on there. Paris said, no, keep it on there. That's Eric, keep it. But I wasn't even in the room.
But when we actually started it, definitely. No, first you was in Cali.
The version they on is longer than that without me.
Yeah, that's the one you was talking about, Gordon. That's the one you talking about. The one Tim Westwood got.
I wasn't even
It's
there.
mysteriously.
All right, so internets. Now y'all know.
So
E ain't let L get a pass. It just
I
happened.
wasn't gonna be able to take him anyway.
Yeah, because L don't play. Yo, L specializes in going to do the song.
But you know what? When we come back from our music break, I definitely
don't
wanna
forget
talk.
now, when L first did the first one, the verse was different when he came back.
Right.
Yeah, it was different.
That's what I'm saying. And when we come back from the music break, I definitely want to talk about that era when y'all were running with L, because you could definitely see the influences on both sides.
Gotcha.
Internet, y'all are listening to the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn.
EPMD.
www.pncradio.fm.
No,
F your radio. MD
F
in the
your
building. F your radio. So what are you saying? What got cut off? What are you saying?
So what you saying?
So what you saying? Yo, Internet, you're tuned into the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn with EPMD in the building, business as usual. What's up, gentlemen?
Yo, everything good. Stay here.
Yes, sir. Listen, man. Knick Knack Patty Whack. How y'all let K Solo misspell bird, man? How y'all let that fly?
What do you say? Like a B?
He's supposed to say B-I-R-D.
He said, what he said?
B-R-I-D. Brid.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that to this day?
No, I mean back then
we knew.
Yeah, how y'all let that fly?
I mean, the people didn't care.
Yeah, that's the way it was rolling.
But the illest part though of the show, I gave you a little thing of the show on Friday.
Yeah,
that's our second record.
Second record.
Powerful. Yo, we're not playing no games like
at all.
We hitting stuff, not radio jams. We doing all B and C records. No, the shit that you know about. We coming off hitting shit. BC records.
Man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I gotta tell you, man. First record came out. Strictly Business came out.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about Strictly Business. My ears wasn't necessarily tuned in to like the different flow that you had and the different sounds. So I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, I'll marinate with this. I was listening to everything else.
Yeah.
And then the second record came out. And the first record on first song on that second record. So what you saying? It was
the second album, you mean?
Second album.
Yeah.
That was it. That's when I became a fan. Yeah. And I recall the Source saying that like that's the hottest rap song of all time back in the day.
Yeah. Say that now,
which is crazy.
The beats, what you're saying, beats is one of them.
That album is crazy. That to me, that's my favorite.
Unfinished Business.
That's dope. You said that.
Yeah, that's. But everybody got their. Their
first
favorite
album, because it had so many singles.
The first album was the intro.
There's so many hits.
Yeah.
There's
the first album
a
had
legacy
so many
of
records.
hits.
That was a big album.
Yeah.
Because You Got to Chill, right off the back, one of the dopest records in hip hop. You a Customer, It's My Thing.
Yep.
Strictly, it was Jane. It was too many records on that record. Yeah.
Now I have a question I've been wanting to ask you for like 15 years, B. Like y'all was the masters of not crossing over.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas kept it real. Y'all kept it gully. But when I listen back to some records, I'm like, y'all niggas is trying to cross over, man. Cause
he's funny.
No.
It's time to party.
But it wasn't crossover. It's what you did back then.
And what the label
everybody had a house record,
and I was into house records.
Everybody
I
had a house
was into
record.
going to the Paradise Garage and the whole nine.
Right. Kane, it was Rakim, everybody had one.
But still, y'all wasn't trying to
get over there a little. And the label too, they would lean on you.
You had too much to drink.
You got to do it.
Okay.
Eric Parrish,
the video.
Common and I are big comic book fans.
Yeah.
On the cover for Business as Usual, you have Bill Sinkovic do the cover.
Yeah.
Bill Sinkovic.
How did that happen? That's one of the hardest top two covers of all time.
And it's not just a random comic book cover.
No,
it's an official comic book
hip hop
writer.
Yeah.
Doing y'all on the cover.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's Def Jam.
That's the first Def Jam record.
The art department.
Yeah. I thought it was coming from Sleeping Bag Records. Def Jam had to step it up.
Yeah.
To show them that they was bigger than, where we coming from, because we had 2 number 1 albums already coming from
On Sleeping Bag.
independent. Like,
R&B big.
So we had to get number 1 album with them too. If we didn't go number 1 with Def Jam with a Big Machine, they would look crazy. So they had to step it up. So they got Homeboy.
Talk about the Def Jam contract, because that also was groundbreaking in itself.
Yeah, $1.6 million at the time. Yeah.
Now, I'm an attorney and I did a lot of deals back in the day.
Right.
I did the Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt with Will Sokolov, right? And I remember, like, nobody anticipated Jay selling $500,000. And when he sold $500,000, that was the beginning of the end, because that's when the business got funny. Is that what y'all experienced too, man? Like, your first 2 albums went gold, and Sleeping Bag, they weren't really capable of giving you that money that they owed y'all. So was there like a sense of frustration? Like,
we didn't really know until we got the audit, like that from Def Jam, and Russell knew. Russell was
because Russell was your manager at the time, right?
Right, Russell Management, exactly. So if it wasn't for them, we probably would have been still stuck into something. But we was young.
Because y'all were happy, y'all were young, y'all was
young.
Doing
That's what it worked for us. We was young, too young to sign, and we had Rush Management. So we was too young to sign to begin with. I was too young.
Right.
So even though I was a year behind Paris, even though in months, I was too young.
Y'all didn't have a lawyer at the time?
Nah.
No,
y'all just happy to get on.
$1,500.
$1,500
for a single.
$750.
And then it became the album deal. Did y'all get a second advance for the album, or?
Yeah, I think like 10 G's.
10 G's.
Yeah, something small.
Yeah.
And then the next album, the same thing?
Nah, a little bigger.
Like
business.
20.
Like,
and I'm not trying to get into your business like that,
I
but
don't even know if it was that big though. But you fucking me out. I don't know if that. Maybe it was, but I don't remember getting that. Seeing no money like that, I just thought, I know we got really jerked real bad.
Yeah, they let you go back and do another album.
EPMD and Kane and Biz Markie had the worst contracts in rap history.
No, trust me, I seen Public Enemy's early deal. They wasn't, what I'm saying. Anyway, beside that, 89, I see y'all in DC on stage with Public Enemy, LL. I think it was Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick.
That was the tour.
Yeah, the tour. Y'all went from like these, like buying these records to now y'all are on stage with these incredible talents. And not only are you on stage with them, but you're like you belong there.
We're number 1.
That's crazy.
It's not like, because that's the only cat that didn't belong on stage. I don't know if y'all remember this. Back in DC was True Mathematics. Remember True Mathematics? Y'all don't even remember.
I heard him. Yeah, I heard him.
The nigga got booed and everything, but y'all belong there. You know what I'm saying? How did it feel being on stage and going on tour with these
Well,
cats?
we didn't know until Will Smith had said one day, yo, we want to congratulate EPMD for number 1 album in Billboard. We didn't know what Billboard was. We was kids.
Yeah, we was on the Run's house.
In 88, we had a number 1 album. No matter who was on the bill. Run, Public Enemy, Daddy Jeff, the number 1 album in the country was EPMD.
How was it being on tour with these cats though? Like,
incredible.
Like, did y'all have any inkling that Will Smith would be Will Smith?
No, but he said
he was
it,
telling us, and
he said,
was
I'm
serious,
be
and he was convinced.
I'm gonna be a big TV star, movie star. He said
and he
it.
had
So that's what he proclaimed that, right?
Yes.
Because outside the tour and the music, we had downtime when we was traveling.
Right.
So we on the tour bus, then people would talk.
Now, naturally,
Ron used to come to our bedroom.
Okay.
All the time, me and E, because we was young.
Sit there and cry sometimes, tell us about his life. He came to EPMD.
He was going through it at the time.
He loved us.
Yeah.
He made Russell get us. Like, yo,
yes,
you go
Leo came and said, Run said, come get y'all.
Run said, come go get EPMD, put them on the tour with
and
us.
So y'all stay on our bus
to
for free. Jam Master Jay to let us ride on their bus for free.
Wow.
We used to see the Adidas lined up every morning and stuff. Like, it was just a whole big situation.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, but naturally, when you're in close quarters with people for so long, cats are gonna get on your nerves too.
Nah.
No, nobody.
Not with the S1Ws. If anything, we was the one who had to get regulated.
was the kids.
Right.
So everything was make sure they're okay.
Right. You had Russell, Leo, S1Ws, Chuck, Professor Griff.
18.
It was 18.
Damn, so y'all didn't get no cocaine?
Nah.
Damn. They was holding out on y'all.
Oh, no.
But still now don't drink and smoke.
Right.
This is like, again, it's like we didn't come from that.
Right.
All we knew was the fact like the album was coming.
But the groupie love was good.
Yeah.
The groupie was the group.
Yeah, but you still had to watch that because you could get lost in that.
Yeah, and then you can get caught.
EPMD's story again is a freak of nature. We blew,
right,
and we kept blowing.
And again,
what stopped us was the breakup.
Right.
But we would have been so far. I can't even picture what we left at our prime. There was nothing stopping us. We was so focused. In the hit squad, we had the whole hit squad was platinum. We had Every one of our groups on the same Billboard charts at the same time. That was unheard of.
Market
you might
corner.
see it now. Everybody was gold and platinum. You never seen that before in
DOS
no
Effects.
group history.
Right.
Redman.
Controlled
Keith
the game.
Murray.
EPMD.
EPMD.
And Redman.
Solo. We controlled
Solo.
All at the same time.
All at the same time.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
So this is what I want to get to. I saw y'all perform at the Source New Music Seminar Hit Squad, right? Y'all killed it.
Oh yeah.
Y'all did the
Remember that.
Headbanger joint.
Mind
That was the
Squad.
last record I heard from y'all. Yeah. And then after that, I heard something that I was like, that can't be true, is that y'all was breaking up.
Right.
And out of everything that ever happened during my involvement in this industry, that was the one that hurt the most. You know what I'm saying? I really, wasn't affected by the Fugees or, you know what I'm saying, or, Tribe Called Quest. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, I'm not even.
I know.
But when y'all was.
It just sound crazy though. It's not good, yeah.
But when y'all disbanded, that hurt, B. That hurt. And then all these stories came out. What happened, man? What the fuck happened, B?
Well, we don't go back. It's too far back.
Okay.
Like, whatever, again, we was young. And if you, again, saw him being that young with all that money and all that fame,
And did y'all have the right people around y'all at the time? Or like the right amount of people?
Well, we was growing at a super fast rate.
Right.
Fast rate.
186 miles per second.
You
the
can't
speed
even
of light
remember who
is
was
no walk
around
through the
y'all.
park.
Yeah, because even now, I look at and say, yo, what happened? Like, where did it come from? And we don't know, because don't forget, the man's more smarter than we are.
Right.
So we don't know where he was hitting us from every angle. With the man, the Burt Padell, the Leo Cohen,
the taxes and your taxes ain't right. The whole nine, right?
So you a lawyer,
And it's crazy because I started out in the Burt Padell office.
Yeah.
Yo, we
I
on the
started out
man
with an
cave.
office there.
That's it.
So you're basically saying that the pressures around y'all was just too much, and y'all once again y'all really didn't have necessarily the right people around to guide
We
y'all.
was just a bunch of. Don't forget, man. People might talk about you see it now, but it was unheard of to do what we did.
Right.
We was a group who produced. That means I'm gonna give you no money, you or you. We made the music. We owned the publishing. You know what that's like?
Did y'all didn't do a publishing deal?
No, we don't need to. For
Yo,
what?
we didn't have no time. Why would we have to do a publishing
We
deal?
got money.
Business
Publishing deal,
unfinished
people who
business.
need the money.
So the money was coming from the shows.
The shows and the royalties.
Yo, and everything. We
But
was just
so when y'all
and the other groups we was working with.
Right,
Exactly, okay.
We didn't even
See,
think
I-
about
I
a
was making
publishing
millions, we
deal.
was making millions
So we
dollars
didn't even get a
over
chance.
DOS Effects. We just
Redman
waking up now
realizing like, yo,
damn, nobody's money.
So in a sense, when it came to that, I know y'all don't want to go back, but when it came to that, what I'm trying to get at is y'all really had nobody to say, yo, let's power through this because there's y'all at the top of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like
It
Kanye
got
said,
to the point where Jack, I swear to God, Leo Cohen, successful Def Jam was going under. They was like, yo, can y'all please get back together? That's how much power we had in Def Jam.
right?
Def Jam was asking to listen
like, yo,
to y'all demo.
can we please?
But because the demand was because we was asking
man.
for y'all. Now,
What time? That was 9-6, 9-5?
Nah,
93,
93.
93. It was real early, man, and it was like I said, man, it really hurt that I didn't get that fifth album like right after the fourth album. You know what I'm saying? Because like the Headbanger, the crossover,
at Headbanger.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
The last record you heard,
Yeah.
we on the top of our career, and bang.
So
Jim Brown.
So when y'all realize that y'all are not together, what's going on now in your heads, like individually, like what's going on? It's like, fuck this, I could do this on my own.
As time goes by, of course you got your own crew,
Niggas is in your ear.
Yeah.
you resting
And then-
too from what you already did.
And then I think I called Paris or either one DJ. I was watching the death of Tupac and Biggie,
That's what
and that's when I reached out.
And what was it about the death of Tupac and Biggie that made y'all realize that y'all had something bigger?
It was bigger than that. It was bigger than
Because they couldn't have possibly had the piece that was missing without us there.
Yeah,
Right.
no way.
Because we got it step by step. So once we left and they tried to go in there without the information, that's
we
basically.
figured that we did this not only for us though, too, for the community. We feel we can shed some light by saying, yo, EPMD back.
And I also remember reading something that y'all said that something to the extent that the severity of losing them two cats, whatever y'all had between y'all, wasn't really that important.
It wasn't that much important.
Right.
It wasn't that important.
We wasn't in there for deaths, back-to-back deaths like that, 96, 97.
And then Jay's funeral definitely put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Because Jay was like kind of the ambassador of motivation behind the scenes in hip-hop that you never seen. So once he was gone, then it was like, yo, Jason in here, it's real serious.
That's crazy. Now, I mentioned in the last segment, I remember like when I was listening to y'all and studying y'all, and LL had already been very successful in his career. But now y'all and L are in the same circle. And now I'm hearing...
Let me tell you, Jack, back it up.
What you mean?
He crazy.
No,
I'm
listen.
all the way gangster about Todd Smith.
No,
EPMD.
Yeah.
Russell Simmons put LL Cool J on us.
For what?
We was the hottest group.
And that's what I wanted to say, because at the time I was like, yo, and this is no diss to L, because he's a legend in his own.
Of course.
But I was like, yo, I felt that L needed y'all to go into the next phase
Russell
of
knew
it.
that.
So
Russell was very intelligent and smart by that.
right. So
What he was Paris's man.
Yeah.
Paris at the house, they was buddies.
So and does LL realize that though?
And Mama said knock you out. Yo, Marley, that was the best album I ever heard in my life. Paris said that LL was so focused that he would walk in the house and L would have the beats playing.
Yeah, he'd have
and
the
he would
MP
just
hooked up.
over and over and over
With the
spitting them rhymes.
MP just hooked up.
So and so
That's
for
the beat.
Mama said knock you out. But he came around and got this feel.
Yeah, he was on Rampage.
He got your
and
swag.
then-
He got your swag.
That's why he's in the video Rampage behind the silhouette.
Yeah.
Because before he was really going to be in the video, but then when he did Mama Said Knock You Out, then he was like, yo, he had to hold some steam.
Yes, so
What is it? I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
What the silhouette was
Because it started with
Shroud. It's like a shroud.
It
Yeah.
started with
So LL was too. He was in a vulnerable place to.
No,
so
it started with Pink Cookies crushed the building.
Yeah.
And then that's where we came in.
Right.
And then boom, we did Rampage. And then from Rampage, we was like, yo, we're gonna do this big video. But then in between then, while we was on tour, he came up with Mama Said Knock You Out. So he called us up and was like, yo, listen, I can't do your video, but I'm gonna send a lookalike in the Cool J ring.
He wanted to send a lookalike.
But why couldn't he do the video?
Because he was blowing. He didn't want to.
He knew what he had with Mama Said Knock You Out.
But it was not wrong. Like, you blew up, and we blew you, and you wanted to come and do our video.
So did that leave a bad taste? Was it like a bad taste?
More than bad taste.
Well, you see E in the video. Rampage is real.
You don't
But he
know.
came, though. At the end, he came, but he just stood behind the silhouette.
That's amazing, man. That's like most cats don't know this story.
Yeah.
Nah. I definitely.
That was my first reaction. The niggas know I was like, let me take this nigga home.
And which is fucked up because he is so obvious. If you go around that period, man, he studied y'all, man.
Yeah.
He definitely.
One thing about me and Paris, no boasting, whatever like that, they know this group didn't play. Paris was hitting you off sight. Every group that we was in front of, we took their head off.
Yes.
Don't matter what building we was in, what artists, you can name about 7 artists right now, we did not have it. We was flying niggas' heads. Down from Hammer to everybody else was out there. You were not fucking with this group. Not us. Not having it.
You touched on something early
That's
on.
why I felt the kind of way when he said, you and your squad better praise the real God. I was like, okay, it's all right.
No,
he will get him. He will get him.
He's special. I love Todd. That's my man, Cool J.
But he thought Paris got him.
Because E wasn't there. You see, if you listen to the story, E was in California when we did the song.
Right.
Then he came home, he wasn't feeling well. So it was me and LO in the studio, but really wrote it for me and E.
Right.
So when it was me and Todd in the vocal booth just going back and forth, because Eric wasn't there, I said Eric's parts. So I filled in, because if Eric was there, I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with that sucker E double? E be like, yo, he must be basing.
Right.
Like, you know how we do on So What You Saying. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I mean? Whatever. So because E wasn't there, I said, yo, what's wrong with that sucker?
So that's a political record then.
It's a dope record because it makes for good music for whatever L does. And what P did, we didn't know it was like that. Is the fact of what happened.
So y'all really, like, y'all came in, y'all, like you keep saying, y'all were kids, and y'all were like, yo, if you down with us, everybody's down.
But we understood because we was a fan of LL Cool J. We had his posters, we had his music. Yo, we had him bad, we had all of that stuff. So to actually be meeting him and him want to work with us was big. We kept it in perspective. But just like, everybody know me and E from the big payback, everybody, we always throw it back and forth. So when Eric wasn't there, and I tried to put LL's name in there and then cover Eric's part, that's where the problems. So, because with E,
so it's an ego thing. It was
with E, I would say, yo, what's wrong with that sucker? E double. Eric would answer, yo, he must be basing, P.
Right.
But because it was LL, I said, what's wrong with that sucker, LL? He must be basing. So it sounded like I said, what's wrong with that sucker, LL? He must be basing.
That's what it was.
So LL went home, listened to it, said, yo.
You know what? I always felt, man, that they should be some type of rap rule, man, that once you lay your track down, man, go home. You laid your track.
Play though, even on 4-3-2-1, the record I made. When I was making that record, like Cannabis didn't have no beef with him, but he didn't. But that's what he does.
That's how.
That's what he does. Even on the Who Shot Ya? Bitches too. I don't give a fuck, boo. Like,
that's cool.
But I mean, I gotta honestly say, man, I still feel that's kind of some.
We heard L don't play well with others.
That's some sucker shit in a sense.
But
it's the game. I understand, but it's still some sucker shit.
Though.
And
he's the best at going back home and be like, ooh.
But you learn. But you learn though.
Right.
You learn.
But
Rampage is the one that made for a dope record. Though.
Right. Nah.
Yo, and the same thing with
Rampage is
on. Yo, we
party
a
star.
lot of them.
Now the Hit Squad, y'all didn't necessarily play those type of games though.
No, we were straight
with
Redman,
with K Solo, with Keith Murray.
Right.
Y'all,
everybody who came in knew what they had to do, and it was all distinctive with a different sound and a mission. So nobody sounded the same. It was just growing and just rapid fire and dope tracks.
What rap was about back then, competition was friendly on the inside.
That's what's missing now.
Yeah, that's what.
How did y'all discover Redman?
At New Jersey's Club Sensations.
We found everybody working.
He came in with Do It All from
Lord Underground.
Some other kid.
Yeah.
And he said, yo, my DJ, he rap. Redman said one line, I float like a butterfly, sting like the rock group. One metaphor. You went on stage that night. Put him on stage that night. That was it. One line. I knew he had something. The way he metaphored the one line, I put him on.
That's crazy. Let me ask y'all, man. What's your favorite EPMD record, man? Individually.
That's hard. That's like, there's not one. There's not just one.
Even parents have a favorite child.
I think You Got to Chill is my favorite.
You Got to Chill?
You Got to Chill? Wow.
You Got to Chill is a big record.
Yeah, You Got to Chill.
I love that video.
Now, cats.
The story too. The Rakim thing with EPMD. We beef for Rakim for years.
Y'all had beef with Rakim
for a long time. Paris squashed the beef
but not really beef though, because we're always a student of the Rakim.
But because it was Hood doing it.
Yeah,
because Rakim came out with
niggas instigating like came out, he said, she said.
No, it's the records. Don't forget, Rakim came out. You can get a smack for this. Ain't no joke. Paris came back like a dig 'em smack. You smack me and I smack you back.
But that wasn't at him though, was it?
No, that was just a metaphor of the dig 'em smack. Of the commercial, the cereal.
Why are rap dudes so sensitive?
Wait. But it wasn't him. It's the Hoods taking it. So they got fired up.
Cats is smoking
so
live.
Rakim came back with a song called Follow Leader.
Right.
A brother said, dig him, and brother couldn't follow leader. That's why I drug him. In the danger zone, I couldn't break. He kept going.
So how did y'all feel when y'all heard that Rakim threw a little shot at you?
That's like your hero. Like, your hero dissing you.
But Paris said too. Niggas say we signed it to R, and that music was black. So nobody
that was straight wild. That was a flagrant.
It was two towns too close to each other. Right. Meanwhile, he's my mentor.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, why he hating me? I'm tore up now. But when Follow Leader came out, we saw it on stage at the 25th in Apollo. After he done, he took the mic and shook it like dice and threw it.
Threw it on the ground.
Boom. For us.
For y'all. So it's like, I mean, your feelings are a little bit hurt though. I mean,
no, not at all. That's Rakim. Not at all.
No, not at all.
Like, that's Rock. Yo, listen. Before
Rakim was Rakim just shit on us.
No, listen.
It wasn't that.
Listen. Now you got to follow it if you're a real hip hop historian.
Yeah.
It starts with make them clap with this.
Right.
Check out my melody.
Yeah.
The Paid in Full album cover with the jewels and everybody on it, and us standing on the block in '86 like, yo. So when Rakim was there, we didn't get there till '87.
Right.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like Jordan dunking on Iverson.
Right.
So it was like, yo, you know what I mean? This is like,
But it was dope. That was the guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We was still number uno.
And y'all was
who was out there.
And now y'all was professional.
Number one.
Yeah.
It's like if you a boxer, I don't give a fuck if you my man or not. Eventually,
right.
I don't care who's screaming, Jack. We number one.
Number one.
I don't give a fuck who's yelling what.
Yo, how crazy was the
number
Brentwood?
uno.
high school versus Wyandanch high school football game? Was it a bloodbath?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So today's too. Yeah, we used to have Follow Hills, which is the same thing. Yeah, we played them.
Paris was nice.
Played them in football.
Dangerous.
Yo, who else did you have these little like kind of like back?
Everybody.
Just about everybody.
Like who else? Like
everybody.
Kane. Like y'all had anything with Kane? KRS-One?
Kane's my man, not Chris. Never Chris. Yo, listen.
But it seemed like Chris back in the day knew who he could fuck with and knew who he couldn't fuck with.
I don't know, man. Chris I don't know, man.
I'll tell you who's a real dude in hip hop that nigga that got hands. That's Dave De La Soul.
Oh yeah,
that nigga dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Don't sleep. Don't.
Yeah.
I seen him in Canada. The latest nigga. I mean, sleep
and like.
Hold on a second. Your man K Solo got a rep.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's
Murray is
he got the cheat code. He got the cheat code.
Murray's number uno with his hands.
Okay.
Number uno with the blade spitting.
The real.
Always
he's grimy. but Keith Murray's really grimy though. I mean, he don't even hide that he's grimy.
Jail time, serious jail time,
and he'll do it again.
So he's like the black. He's like the Black Rob prototype.
He was stole on anybody. He was like Paris was. Paris was stole on anybody.
Right.
But Murray's stole on anybody, no matter what.
He was like the Black Rob prototype because Black Rob stayed criminality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Murray did a lot. He was actually really putting that work in.
Right.
At 150 pounds. Though.
Right. That's crazy.
Get stopped by people on stage. Can you control him? I watched Murray one time diss a whole rap at Puffy's party. It was 4 rappers. They said, "Yo, are y'all pussies gonna rock on stage or not?"
What rappers?
I'm gonna. If I was put people on blast, I've never seen in my life. They said, "Yo, Eric, get your man." I'm like, "Get my man." Y'all niggas is
put them on the records.
Sweet rappers. He said, "Is all y'all pussies gonna rock or not?"
What boroughs?
Brooklyn.
Okay. Damn. I got to go back and do my research, man.
Think we interviewed him?
What happened with speaking of which, man, what happened with K Solo and Murray, man? What happened, man?
That's back past.
I know it's past, but I'm just saying all these stories is back past.
Neither were we, but like it's everybody's working forward and moving past it.
Okay, so you on the Dalai Lama shit right now? Paris is on the Dalai Lama shit.
No, it ain't that no.
Huh? What you say?
I never seen nobody. MC Hammer, he had to have about 20 cops. Everybody was there, man. I swear, Paris was like, listen, y'all niggas. Come at me one more. Boom! Yo, stop busting everybody's faces, glasses. I'm like, before I look around, Paris had laid out everybody.
Now, one last thing, because I know y'all got to leave, and now I'm going to keep this is going to be my last question.
No, but...
You know what? Because I'm saying, it used to be hitting first.
Yeah, no doubt. Everywhere we were. Overseas in Germany, we'd be on the stage, come off the stage.
One nigga laid out, one nigga in the handcuff, fighting off another nigga too. This is in Germany. We in another country.
On the Air Force base.
Now I'm like, how we doing this? Whatever.
So y'all
laying niggas out.
That was the best moment of their lives too.
But Canada with Dave, I really liked the De La Soul for that night. We was almost in trouble that night. We was gonna beat them people in that.
And Dave got the battery in his back.
De La Soul put the daisies down.
Put the daisies down.
Put the dukes up.
Don't say the daisies.
Nigga dangerous. Back then, man, every sound was different. So New York was definitely dominant. And we all thought that, the world ended and stopped with New York.
Yeah.
So y'all start traveling now before, most of us start hearing this music. And y'all start meeting NWA.
Yeah, but you heard NWA when you heard us.
Huh?
Same year they came out.
Yeah, but I'm saying, though, No,
y'all were before NWA. Y'all were like 87? Y'all like Eazy-E.
Okay, let me say this.
Eazy-E was out before us.
But let me tell you this. He might have been out before y'all, but that's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
Being from New York, I didn't fuck with them at the time.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all are out there. Y'all are seeing what's going on before we are.
Still young though.
Y'all are still young. But how did were y'all really accepting of other types of music? Like did y'all hear some shit like Hammer be like that shit is corny?
Because EPMD, we made that music.
Right.
That same music that they made,
funk,
we made
zap,
it. It was the funk.
Yeah.
Right.
But we never, you couldn't really say nobody was corny because a lot of the shows we did, Hammer would bring us on the road. So we'd be on like.
Vanilla Ice was opening with us. We was on the Hammer tour.
Vanilla Ice was opening up with y'all.
Yeah, before he even had a deal.
What kind of cat was he, man?
We didn't know. He was an opener.
Right.
Yeah, he was
so y'all didn't really go with
that happened. A couple of big people just opened. Like Jennifer Lopez, she was in the Rampage video. That was like her first gig.
Oh shit!
You know,
She got peeled back in the Rampage video.
Who else?
Go watch that again.
She has on Paris's face on her shirt.
yeah. Somebody
Something
else.
else.
came to,
When you
I
watch
forgot
EPMD videos, internet, you gotta understand. Like, this is a hardcore rap group, but they will be rocking college sweatshirts from like MIT, Fisk University, Syracuse.
No,
Stony Brook.
That was the company.
Yep.
That was Chris Lattimore.
Chris Latimer.
I want to believe that y'all motherfuckers would have gone to them colleges, but y'all they wouldn't let y'all in with y'all guns.
That was crazy. Yo, Eve came up to the school a couple times in Iraq. So, emptied a couple kegs.
Yeah.
If y'all had to do anything different, what would y'all do?
I was shooting out my bins in the Staten Island.
You shooting out the bins?
Out the trunk. Niggas robbed me. The niggas robbed me, so I went back and shut that motherfucker
Niggas
up.
was trying to rob y'all.
No, they robbed me in Staten Island.
Yo, give this
89.
Yo, combat, you crazy.
And get some gunshots.
for admitting he got robbed.
Yo, hold on. I lied to people. Yo, people said, yo, you got robbed. I'm like, nah, man, you know, niggas was robbed.
What they come up off, man?
I'm in the hallway. I see the nigga with the fucking grandma wig on. Yo,
What do you think compute cooking
I'm out
up?
there with the Force MDs. Word up. So-and-so, I'm seeing this girl. I'm out there. I got like a chain on. I got $1,000 in this pocket. I got my Benzie box, on.
Yeah.
You know,
With a white shirt with the pocket.
Couple of chains on, whatever. Boom. I see a nigga in the corridor with an old lady wig on, man. I'm like, yo, I'm not saying shit.
Right.
So I get in the building. I walk upstairs. My boy I'm with, Bernard, he's walking behind me. But I can easily go upstairs already. He got the gun in my man's stomach. Yo, get back down here right now. I'm gonna shoot him. Damn. I could have went upstairs and left him, but I didn't. I came back down. He's like, take your shit off. I'm like, nah, I ain't taking off nothing. I don't know why I said that, because I was stupid. But so he snatched my chain, boom, took my ring, took my Benzie box. The fucked up part, I'm riding all the way home with no music.
No music, B. And hot. And hot.
So the phone call comes in early in the morning. P said, yo, E, you got robbed? I'm like, man, come on now. You know I get
robbed.
Don't tell him. Because EPMD, so what you saying is out.
Yeah, right.
This ain't talking whatever. I was mad. I went to Brooklyn and got Hawk and Dog. Right?
18 niggas.
These are all my niggas from Fort Greene, and I went to Pink Houses.
Yes, 18 niggas.
I went right back to Staten Island to any club, waited out there till it was over. Went in my back of my car in my trunk and let that club have it as a rapper. MC Light came back on the tour and said, yo, I heard what happened in Staten Island last night. I'm like, yeah, we really didn't get what we came to get, though. But I was angry. It was the wrong move to make, but I was so embarrassed that Paris knew.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So fuck what everybody else was saying.
It was proud because I got robbed.
Yeah, that shit is real, though,
My
man.
man was in Staten Island and
I
called
was
me.
in the wrong building.
Yo, Combat, you know what's funny? I grew up in Cyprus, right? And coming up as a shorty, they used to always say E-Dub was whole, like he would be, like, it was like a legend, but I never saw him. But everybody else said, that knew, they like, yo, son is official.
I was on Crystal and Sutter. So-and-so in Cyprus.
There you go,
when they were
Cyprus.
sniping things off the roof, I was at the girl's house. Yo, I used to be in there full jewelry with my bins outside. They like, yo, he gotta be holding. Because I'll be parked in the front.
In the front.
I don't care where it was. But I was at every place, Jack.
Shit, you got Hawk and Dog's number.
Boop, boop, yo, he down.
but fortunately those days are behind us, right?
Yeah.
Fortunately those days.
Yeah,
none of that shit.
Real talk.
All of these things happen allegedly. These things allegedly.
He never knew. I couldn't tell him nothing because he was like, yo, Eric, you famous. You can't just do what you do.
So you were the voice of reason in the group.
I didn't tell him.
Nah, I didn't know. He told me no.
You know what's funny? I thought he was the shooter, and he was the shooter.
Right, because Eric got green eyes.
He was a shooter.
You think Eric don't have to shoot? He got green eyes. Paris don't really talk that much. You think, yeah, he gonna be shooting? Crazy.
Yo, listen, man, I want to respect your time because I know that you've had a busy day today, man, with the rehearsal.
I'm sorry for putting Paris on flag. Paris was dangerous.
This is priceless.
We was young.
This is priceless, and unfortunately, a lot of cats talk that shit today. And they don't walk it.
Right.
I'm saying, but y'all definitely walked it.
Shooting with their hand turned.
Shooting with their hands turned.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't hit nothing.
Show on Friday. What can we expect?
Crazy.
A lot of energy.
I watched Solo today, and that's my boy, and he gave me chills today.
Yeah. When Nick Nack Paddywhack came on.
Is he spelling it right now?
Yeah, we definitely was all over the B-I-R-D.
I'm quite sure he spelled it right.
Yo, Solo. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. If he spells it wrong, the crowd will go 8, B.
But we're doing stuff that all the underground people are going to like, I swear. When I heard hardcore...
Yeah, man.
Redman with the R's and the so spit the none.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, never heard it in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I never heard these songs. You know what I'm saying?
Das Effects, how they sounding?
They good. They ready to go.
Yo, man, I'm looking so for internets. It's still not too late.
Yeah,
get your tickets.
It's only 500 tickets left.
500 tickets left.
We sold
and it's going to be sold out in a couple of hours. $29.50. Best Buy Theater. Friday, New York City.
No haters. You come in there hating, I'm getting somebody to throw you out.
There you go.
You and your apple martini.
There you go. And last thing I got to say, not a question, but what I got to say, because y'all, that's fucked up what Vlad did on the video, B. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. Fuck, like, you said it on the record, but I'll say that because I got issues with dude, too.
But you know what? Before I knew about that, I didn't know he was drama.
Right.
And that was the last question he asked me.
So you had a long interview.
A long interview.
Internets, you hear that, right?
The question that
you
he
hear
asked
about
me,
the grime nigga around us.
Vlad is on some sucker shit.
But I heard that before. That's why he got smacked at that Rick Ross thing. Right. Nigga smacked him in his face.
Well, I know he got to carry to get some latte. Every time he go get a coffee, he got to carry. Because, I mean, I don't know if you know if he's shooting, but he's still carrying. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right there, for me as a veteran to be that, it was the last question asked.
Right.
And I thought that maybe it threw me off, so I said, fuck it, I'll answer it. But it was a whole entire interview. And that's what he posted. Something with the drama.
Well, anytime y'all around here, this is what we do. Yeah, we give you the real interview.
That's dope you said that, but I wasn't even worried about that. Once I found out about that, whatever, I was going to be like, you know, on the hands-on, you see him like, you know, hey, not really, because I don't do that shit no more.
That nigga's not even worth it, man.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, but the fact like, yo, why that? Why you gotta do that? That's 17 years old.
That's some real sucker shit. That's sucker shit, man. Listen, man. EPMD, Eric Parrish, once again, an honor, man. I still remain a fan. I'm gonna be at the show. I'm saying, I hope I do my thing introducing y'all on stage. I look forward to doing that, man.
Oh, you doing that?
And it's Combat Jack. Combat Jack presents.
You know what? Right. The Jack, that my brain was going, I was tired. So I said, listen, you get the girls and bring them backstage when it's all done. You see you're going to be out there first.
My wife going to be with me.
Yeah. I know, but listen.
And my wife told me not to say bitch on air. I can't even say bitch on air right now. Yo, are we doing a quick music break? Because I want to build with these brothers, before we wrap up, before they leave. All right. Okay. So, internets, you know what it is? The Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn, EPMD in the building. Give him a round of applause. Yeah. Hey, kid.
Legendary rap.
Real hip hop. www.pncradio.fm. F your radio.
EPMD.
My wife said I can't say bitch.
Please don't stare on the set.
Please don't stare.com. Yo, Dallas, man. What?
Hey.
What else, man? What else, man?
What the fuck just happened in here?
What else are we supposed to do, B? What else? What we supposed to do now?
You want me to say it?
What we supposed to do now?
Internets next week on the Combat Jack Show.
What we supposed to do now?
Blue Ivy.
Next week on the Combat Jack Show.
Listen.
Tupac.
Listen. No shots. But we coming for you.
Oh. You.
All right?
Yeah, you. No, you know who you are.
You know
who you are.
You know we play humble and I'm friendly in the whole night, but I'm feeling myself right now.
Pause.
No pause. I'm saying this is what we do. Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn. Dallas.
A lot of
Combat.
Let's wrap this up, man. Talk.
Combat, it don't never stop. I mean, there is no wrap up. I mean, there's just a little temporary displacement, but it don't stop.
Don't stop.
We're going to be somewhere else. Tomorrow, we're going to be online with these FOAMPOSITES.
Yes.
Friday, we're going to be in the Best Buy Theater.
Yes.
For the Hit Squad reunion.
Yes.
Saturday.
Saturday,
XNXX.
Saturday,
in the park. Don't stop.
Said I would be with my lady, but combat, it don't stop.
It don't stop.
Don't even ever.
Hey, Dallas, man, thank
stop.
you, man. I don't say thank you enough to everybody on the team, man. But this is a joint effort, man. And I say this, but I don't say this enough, man. This can't happen without any of y'all.
Thank you, always ambitious.
Always ambitious, Matt.
Yeah, make sure of that.
We might forget that sometimes. We might forget that sometimes. But you know what? Always ambitious, stays on his grind. Always ambitious, somebody I don't never have to ask for nothing twice. Like I might ask Premium P to go get some cups from A King, and Premium say to me, nah, I don't know how to do that.
What
the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker?
He's not a cup man.
What the fuck? He's not somebody I can ask for everything.
So basically you're saying what?
Fuck your petty cash.
I'm just saying that they listen from the top to the bottom. Thank all of y'all.
Yes.
Thank you, Comeback.
Yes.
Thank you.
Don't stop.
So what you saying?
Good luck with them phone posits, B.
Yo, I feel like we're gonna see Dallas Penn on Channel 7 tomorrow, like Eyewitness News.
Yeah.
First of all, I need you to stay home, A King, because I'm gonna need you if I need bail money. It's gonna be like that. I might end up in the bookings.
Man, and A King is who you're gonna call?
Yeah, right. What you trying to say, Matt?
I'm calling all y'all. Actually,
all right, let's wrap it up.
Always call a white person.
Let's wrap it up. Ben Hamid, give your shout outs.
Yo, I just want to shout out all the Pisces in the world. My birthday is coming up this Monday, so you know what I mean. I'm gonna miss the show. I thought the show was tomorrow. I'm gonna miss it because I got to work Friday night. So I'm feeling really fucked up about that right now. Shout out to Preezy the Kid. He's been holding it down. And
respect the shooter,
and you gonna make it through that situation. You know what I mean? Power through that,
my dude.
That's about it. No poetry this week. Matt Razzer, don't throw me under the bus, but you know I'll be back next week.
There you go, Premium.
Joe, first of all, shout out to the homie Jay, aka Sneaker Sensei, in the building. Came through to check out the show. Man, a great one, Combat. Like it always tells me like how I talk about when you're in sneakers and you find moments in that time, but you also find moments in music and artists that come through. And like Always Ambitious was saying, man, this is a lot of people's childhood's music.
Soundtrack
EPMD.
of our life.
That's correct.
Soundtrack of our life.
So, I mean, listen, I just feel blessed. You know, it never stops, and we moving.
And we're moving.
That's
Matt
it.
Raz.
Internets. Peace to Marcus Respect, Robbie from Uncut, Theotis Jones. Cell Crack the Kid says he'll have the podcast up on Friday. This doesn't matter, though, because if you're hearing this, you're already listening one way or another. And peace to the bartender at Southpaw with the weed cookies.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Nice.
and the Green-Eyed Bandits Mark Echo Vest.
Yes.
Bringing it back.
Yes.
Shots fired.
Internets.
Super producer.
Salvage DeLacy in the building. Internets.
Yo, shout out to the whole Combat Jack show featuring Dallas Penn crew. I wanted to, when Ben Amin was giving a shout out before, I wanted to say, because I got the PNC Twitter on my phone, so I don't know what day it was when you did the guest, not guest DJ, but you did the.
Oh yeah, shout out to Lil Ray. Yeah.
Blowing up. I'm like, I clicked on the joint. Yo, Ben Amin killed it. Yo.
A word? I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
Yo, Lil Ray is nice too.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Lil Ray. Yo,
Put your finger on that, Ben Amin.
Nah, B, I ain't do nothing with that. Nah, I ain't do nothing with that.
Ben, you letting us down, brother.
I know.
Us down. You know
I'm
that's
working
your
on
job.
that. But she's nice though.
We got to get Lil Ray back in the studio.
Yeah, and we gonna do that again. And she wanted to talk to us about maybe doing some promo, maybe doing something at the event.
Yo, we need a female on the team, B.
Yeah, definitely. I'll talk to her.
No, Dallas, stop. Not like that. We need a female on the team.
But yeah, man, I think this was probably. I mean, all our shows is great.
Did we end it? Did we end it right?
I think it was well segmentized
for the constituents. For the constituents, right?
You say segmentized?
Yeah.
You just said segment.
Yo, comment. New segment. A King's Don King word of the week.
There you go. Segmentized.
A King's Don King word of the week. Segmentized.
There you go. Listen. It don't stop. Oh my God! Listen, Friday. Hit Squad reunion. DJ Scratch, K Solo, Keith Murray, Das Effects, Redman, EPMD, Combat Jack, Funkmaster Flex, Peter Rosenberg. It's gonna be crazy. Timeless Truth is gonna be in the building. It's not that much. It's not that much. $29.50. $29.50
for you to be.
Shout out to Salvage the Lacey in the room. Shout out to Beats by Dre. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Dream them dreams.
Headquarters.
Live from headquarters. Dream them dreams, and then man up and live them dreams. Because a life without dreams is black and white. And the universe flows in Technicolor and surround sound. And my wife said I can't say on the air.
So blow.
Wow.